Today we are going to talk about spots. I maybe would have a spot when my period was due, and then when I got to my 50s, I think, I'm 50, why am I still getting spots? I think, who gets spots in their 50s? But I think people do.
But aren't you perimenopausal?
I am now.
Yeah, okay. So all your hormones are going up and down a little bit because things are changing. And anytime that female hormones change, you're prone to having breakouts because the increased androgens potentially are what's driving it, getting it here.
Yes, I was going to ask about areas.
Yeah.
They have meanings if you have spots
To
in areas.
a point. Not like face mapping, like that's total rubbish. Like if you get acne here, that means your gut is out of whack. That's not true.
Okay.
But in the sense that this area we consider to be more hormonal than, so boys don't tend to get acne here, they tend to get acne here, forehead. So, when I see adult acne in anyone over 25 that I think is hormonal, they tend to have nodule cystic acne here. And that's kind of the classic.
And they're kind of little red spots.
Yeah, yours are very mild.
They are very mild, but
They're still there.
Yeah.
So probably for you, and you think it's because of the retinoid cream?
I thought it was. I mean, my face was so dry.
Yeah.
It was. I literally could peel off.
Yeah, so you need to take a couple days off from that. Yeah. Potentially, I gave you slightly too much hydroquinone in that, so it's not my fault. No, it is my fault. But sometimes I don't know how everyone's going to react. Some people don't have that reaction, some people do. But I always say if that happens, stop using it until your skin is normal, and then start using it again when your skin is normal, and then just use it every other night. Put it over your moisturizer rather than.
Interesting.
Yeah, you can do that too.
Over my
with any simple moisturizer you use, nothing too fancy, and then put it over, and then you should kind of be able to adjust to it over time. With this type of mild acne, I would just use something like retinoid to correct that. You can use the one that costs 14 dirham from the pharmacy.
What's a
Acretin, the one you can buy here, Tretinoin 0.025.
Do people after their menopause not get spots generally?
Generally, no. I mean, I don't get many patients coming to me in their 50s and 60s with acne. Perhaps mild, but it's usually related to something else. But not major acne, no.
So hopefully it's going to be the last period in my life
Potentially
that I have spots.
Hopefully. I mean, I wouldn't say they're
No, they're not, but they're still there.
And it's all subjectively that's more important. So how you feel about it obviously is more important than why.
And you're not supposed to break them.
No.
We've had that discussion before. So what do? Leave them?
You leave them and you just treat them with a good topical.
You just say hello.
Say hello. Yeah, thanks for coming.
Bye.
It usually takes a few days for them to go. But I have a lot of patients who come to me and they have spot treated. So they use their retinoid as I get one spot here and I just put the cream on there. So a couple issues there. By the time it becomes a whitehead, like a pus-filled little bump, the ship has sailed for treatment. I mean, it's already, the inflammation has started, everything's already going, and it's on its way out actually. So to try to treat it at that point is probably pointless. What we're trying to do is prevent it from happening again. Right? So what we do know about acne-prone skin is that the inflammation that you have isn't just in that one little area; it's in the entire area. So it's entire like the field. Yeah. So it's called subclinical inflammation around the acne spot. So you want to use your treatment as a field treatment. So I always say to acne patients, please put on your whole face. They say, but I don't get acne here. I'm like, I don't care. Just put on your whole face because I want to treat all the inflammation. I want to treat all your hair follicles because you have this problem affecting all the pilosebaceous units, not just the ones that you can see. So spot treatment isn't good either, so don't do that.
So don't treat the spots.
No, you don't need to do that.
So you've got your little white thing.
Yeah, the little
what
white
do you
thing.
do with
if
that?
you don't want the little pus-filled spot, you mean?
Yes.
Right, so cotton buds.
Yes.
Don't use your fingers, because I don't want you to mess up the skin around it.
Right.
Just very gently, cotton bud, press on it, and you should be able to get that pus out, but gently.
Okay.
If you're going to do it, gently, and then try not to touch it, because you're going to spread all the stuff everywhere. So gently cotton bud, and leave it alone, and then it'll just go.
And then it'll go much quicker if you do
Not
it that
necessarily.
way.
Oh, yes, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Than if you...
Yeah, start to really pick at them.
Right.
Because the thing is, the picking at them will leave you with marks. The less you touch them, the more likely they are not to leave you with marks, with dark marks.
Right.
So you don't want that.
Okay. So we have good news, and that is that after your menopause, you're not going to get, hopefully, not going to get spots anymore.
Yes.
And be careful of your skin. If you're going to be naughty, don't be naughty.
Don't be a picker.
Don't be a picker. Don't treat your spots.
Yes.
Treat the whole area.
Yeah. Prevention is better.
And it can be a basic cream. It doesn't have to be an expensive cream.
No, absolutely not. So the best treatment, the most evidence-based topical treatment for acne is a topical retinoid. And the reason why is because the topical retinoid works to prevent the microcomedone, and that's your most simple pre-acne lesion, and that's like the starting point. So what we want to do is stop those from forming, and that's what the tretinoin does, the retinoic acid does. So it unsticks those sticky cells within the hair follicle, so it stops them from collecting and creating this microcomedone. And therefore you don't develop a comedone, and so you don't develop an acne lesion, and the whole thing stops. So that's what we're aiming to do.
And how long do you use that for? How do you know how long to use it?
Technically, you can use it forever unless you're pregnant or breastfeeding. So do not use it if you're pregnant or breastfeeding. But really, because it's also a great anti-aging type thing, you can really use it no longer. I mean, my mother's used her retinoid since she was 30, and she's almost 70.
And is it a percentage?
Yeah, she's gone up all the way to like 0.1%. My mother uses a super strong one, but that's because she can tolerate it because she's been using it for so long.
And she doesn't have spots?
Oh no, my mother's never had acne, but she has great skin tone, if that makes sense. Like, that's not really a great word, but she has really nice plump skin and very smooth skin because she's been using retinoids since she was 30. It is actually
there you go, that's another good point.
Yeah.
You can start using it when you're 30.
Yes, unless you're pregnant or breastfeeding.
Unless you're pregnant or breastfeeding.
Sorry,
So you stop for that period of time.
Absolutely.
And then you start again.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and there's not much you can do when you're pregnant or breastfeeding with regards to your skin.
Oh,
Well, some people get really bad acne when they're pregnant.
Really?
And that's a whole new ballgame to treat. It is manageable.
Okay.
So if you are pregnant and you're having bad acne, we can still help you.
Go and see a dermatologist.
Go and see a dermatologist, and I can help you. But I can't help you as well as
Can't
I
do
could.
much.
I can't do much. But the thing is, I've had patients with severe scarring acne that comes up during pregnancy, and you have to treat that. Well, you don't have to. But if you don't treat it, they're going to have bad scars, and this is very, it affects these women. I mean, they're very emotional anyway, so they get really upset about it, obviously. So we do want to actively and aggressively treat it, but we have to do it in a way that's obviously safe in pregnancy. Let's do it.
Right. I think we've sealed the whole
we covered
spot
Great.
subject.
Fabulous.
Thank you.
You're welcome.